Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Mindful Monday and I'm Becky from Windsor Creations. Sorry. And I hope you're all feeling well after your weekend. And if you're not feeling so good, if you got glum Monday, stuck, blues Monday I think my brother used to call it. Anyway, let's hope this makes you feel a bit better, eh? And if you are feeling good, excellent. Let's have some fun. Let's pop that over there. I think it just fell over. It did. If it falls over, it won't burn. Let's pop it there. There we go. Right. Mindful Monday. Let's do a couple of nice fun projects. Right, you know, I finished those two vintage journals. And as with all my journals, I send ephemera holders with them when they're sold. So I'm going to do two smaller ones for the really chunky ones and then one very big one for the little one I'm making. I know that sounds weird, but the small one I'm making, which is over there at the moment, hasn't got much ephemera in it, so I'm sending a lot with it. And the big ones, which I've got a lot in, I'm just putting a little bit in so people can tweak it if they wish. So I use these things. I use all sorts of different things, but these are very white inside, so I'm going to cover the inside of this with some paper and the inside of that. So let's get some fun papers out. I don't think it matters which ones we're going to do. Whoops. Oh, that's a nice one. Look, that just floated down. Oh, I love those numbers. I want to keep the numbers. I like them a lot. Nothing too dark. There we go. This is nice. Let's pop this on here. So what I'm going to do, pull my sleeves up. I'm actually a bit warm for a change. That makes a huge change, doesn't it? I'm usually really cold. So I'm going to cover this and that one, but I'm just going to cover this one. Just cover the inside, put some pockets in, and that can work as an ephemera holder, I think. Oh, that's not straight. Well, this thing's not actually, well, actually, it's probably the paper I've cut that's not straight. Probably. This is probably not straight, so I'm going to just trace around this so it is straight. Whoops. And then we'll cut across there. And we'll cut across down there on that line. And this one, I think, as long as I cut from there to there, that should be straight. That's that one I'm doing. This hasn't been torn straight, which is fine. You know, it's it does not matter. So let's cut this one at that funny angle. See if I can do that. Yep. And then we'll cut this one. Get it at the right angle. A bit more at the top, just a tiny bit. And then one across the bottom. From that mark to that mark. And then this should fit nicely on there. Does that fit nicely on there? Yes, it pretty much does. I'll ink up the edges. That's lovely. That's that one. And let's put that to one side and do the same. Keep my scraps. I like my scraps. Do the same for this one. We need a different piece of paper to cover up that brilliant white colour, but nothing too bright and in your face. This one will do. What's on the back of that one, which is exactly, oh, they're both the same, so I've got two of these. So let's do exactly the same on this one. That should be under there so it doesn't rattle. The whole point of wearing this is so this doesn't rattle all the time and drive people up the wall. And I noticed it's still rattling, so let me just rearrange my attire. There we go. Let's hope that works. Right, let's see how straight this one is. Pop you there, pop you there. Anyway, I hope you had a nice weekend. No, it's not straight. But this one we'll do that side. We'll cut there, there, and we'll go along there, and we'll cut this slither off at the top here. What I could do is glue it on and then cut it off, couldn't I? That might be easier, actually. Right, let's cut this. So, did you? Yes, I'd asked you if you had a nice weekend, didn't I? I hope you did. I did. My son came over. I always love it when he comes over. My youngest, that is, he didn't live that far away. His wife works on a Sunday for a few hours. So, he popped over Sunday, which was really nice. I'll need that again in a minute. And we had a coffee and a chat. And then he helped me, well, he basically built it. He built me my my new chair for the other room. It's just another office chair, but I just needed two. One for this room and one for that room. You'd think I could wheel them through, but that wasn't quite as easy as it sounds. So there's a narrow gap between the two, which this does not work in this bit. Which never mind. Anyway, let's get some glue on this. Once I've got these made, I can put them in Etsy then. I like to have these done straight away. If I don't do them straight away, they end up building up, you know, and I have to do loads. And I've already put the ephemera away in a cupboard and, you know, all that stuff. So let's see if I can get this on here. Pop you there. Oops, didn't do that very well. Last time I covered it with scrapbooking. Oh, it's not going to slide. I might have been better off doing it with 3-in-1 so I could slide it about. That's a bit better. Yes. I'll trim and take the edges off in a minute, but I'm just going to let that dry first. Let's do this one. Take that off. And just move that out of the way. I'd like to thank all of those for liking and subscribing. It's very kind of you. It means the world to me. And plus the lovely comments. Thank you very much. I will get my list out at some point. I keep saying that, don't I? But I will get it organised. It's just one thing after another at the moment. I'm so flipping busy since the new year. I feel like I've spent most of the new year so far just catching up on I had a couple of weeks off over Christmas and I still feel like I'm catching up from it, you know. Let's do this one because this one will have dried by now, probably. A little bit better anyway. Let's trim that off. That's nice. Let's trim this bottom bit off. I should have just stuck it on and then trimmed it afterwards. You know. There, that's nice. I will fold that. Can I fold it? Yep. Yeah, I think I can. Yes, let's trim a little bit off here. Yeah, that's good. Sorry. There we are. Any on this side? Tiny bit on this side. Fold it in half, get it straight as I can. Top to a straight, that's straight, so that's the bottom that needs trimming. Yeah, lovely. Happy with that. Let's do the same with this one. So we fold you in half first and then just trim from there. Let's pop you under here. That's nice. And then we have to do this side. And then the bottom. Lovely. I'll do the other one separately because that one's completely different to these two. So we need some, oh, we're going to do a little edging and inking. I'll use this big one because it still might be a bit damp. I think I'll go through this. And this one, I hope you can see all right today. It's Monday, January the 19th, and it's my son's birthday today, my eldest son. Yep, it's his birthday. This one, yep. But sadly, he lives at the side of the country, so I can't see him. But I will talk to him later on. Make sure he's okay. Make sure he's had a nice day. And his prezzies from his family. A lot of our family's birthdays are in August. Do you find that happens in some families, don't they? The birthdays all cluster together. I like that. Let's do this one. There we go. Bit late doing this today. I've just been whipped over to the doctor's thinking I was just going to see the doctor about something, only to find it wasn't the doctor at all that I was seeing. It was a nurse to take bloods. Oh, I didn't know that. Seriously, communication issue going on there. I mean, the NHS is an amazing institution. You know, I wouldn't complain at all. It was just, that's not stuck there. Let's put a bit of this in there. It was just a shock. I just came out from giving bloods and then my blood taken, and I thought, well, I'll make an appointment to see the doctor as I wanted to see him. Just routine, nothing serious. There's enough there as well. That's my trimming, I think. There we are. Goes that way up. There's a right and a wrong with that one. And there's a right and a wrong with that one. There. That's those two bits made. Let's get some pockets in. What should we use for pockets? Let's see what pockets I've got left, shall we, out of our stash. Although I do want one or two of them for the other journal. Let's see what we've got here. We've got some nice tucks. Oh, that's a nice one. I'll see if that'll fit. Will that fit? Yeah, that'll fit on one side. Oh, I've got a few here. Oh, let's take these out then and see if any of these fit. I've got a corner tuck. What else have we got? We've got some hearts. Not that I use hearts much, but they make good tucks. Big one. Oh, right, well, I think we've got enough here. Oh, right, that's come off, so we'll just abandon that for now, and I'll pull my sleeve over it. Right, let's see what we've got here in the way of bits. Let's do this one first. Now, for a big one, sometimes I put another sheet in here, but I'm not going to with this one because I don't really feel it needs it. There's so much ephemera in the actual things. I'm not sure that that we'll get much more in. I'm going to use this, but I'm going to edge it one side because it'll match that side then. Here we are. Bit of ink. And that can go on there. So I'll pop that on there then. Where's that ink glue gone? There it is. So what I do once I've made the ephemera holder, I put it to one side. I type the name of the journal and put it on the front. I decorate them as well, don't worry. Picking that up, there we go. And I put the pen holder with it ready to go. Then I'll put it in the shop. Right, that one's nice, I like that. Now we could have two matching. Not sure I want that though. Let's see what else we have here. Let's have a dark one, shall we? Here we are. That one's flat, so let's make this one flat as well then. Or we could make this one oval. This one's smaller. No, we'll do this one. Then we'll put the curve the other side. Quite a few months ago, I can't remember how long it was. Well, it tells me on my app, 123 days it is, so ago. I bought this app. I don't usually buy apps. I only use apps that are free, but I decided to buy this one. It was Armchair Yoga. I'm sorry if I've told you this before, but there'll be newbies out there anyway. Because of my condition, I had to do it. I have a problem with my spine. I have genetic malformation of the spine, so I mustn't twist and lift. It's a complicated action I mustn't do. So anyway, I decided to do armchair yoga because I thought it would be better for my spine. And wow, does it make you feel better? I don't think it does much as far as keeping me particularly fit. It might, but what it does do, I've lost my pin, as you probably know. Oh, there it is. What it does do is it sets them, sort of use it as a form of meditation. I think I have told you this before, I'm sorry. I use it as a form of meditation, really. Now that I know it quite well, I turn the volume off and I can just do it from the picture. And I light a candle, and it's only about 6 minutes long. And you only do as much as you can. You know, as I say, it is designed for disabled people and people in wheelchairs and people who need support and things. So yeah, it's. I'm just thinking about this, whether make an upper tuck or not. And it really does set you up for the day mentally, I find. So yeah, I'd highly recommend that. It's got lots of other things on it. It hasn't just got armchair yoga. I mean, that's the only one I do, but it's got Pilates and all sorts. Yeah, excellent way to start the day. It sort of centres the mind, I find. Let's do a bit of decoration and put a few bits in, and I'll decide then whether I want another pocket or not. So let's decorate this. Nice button on here. Not just a button. Don't know if I'm having a button, but we'll put the button there for now. Let's have a camera of some sort, I think, or one of these cameras maybe. Lots of lovely butterflies, bit of paper doily. Oh, listen, I like these cameras. They're very vintage, aren't they? Push bike, cotton reels, another big camera. That one's nice. It's got to be the blue on that. Right. Well, I'm not having both of these. Let's have this little one. Is this strange? No, I don't want that. What else have we got? Well, of course, we've got our tidbits. We've got little bits and bobs. So I need that. That is not going with that. It's not looking right. About a number. About a number 9. Big number 9. That could go on top of there. I just want a little cluster down the bottom here. A little bit of paper, maybe. Let's have some paper. What have we got inside that? So let's put a bit of this inside. On the side, outside. Look. Let's pop this down here. Have a little cluster of stuff in the corner here. I like that. Let's ink that up. Where's my Hope you can see all right. Oh, I didn't take the time down. Blast. Let me just check my camera. Sorry. Apologies, folks. 20 minutes. Right here. 20 minutes ago. Let me just write that down so I don't bore you to death for... Here's my timer. That's... sorry. Just got to work this out. 20. So that would be 140. There we go. That's when I started. No, it's not 30. 130. Do your maths properly, woman. There we go. Right. I mean, I can have them longer, obviously, but I try and keep them all more or less the same length if I can. Putting the 9 on top, aren't I? And underneath, because it's bigger. So let's ink you and put you underneath. Could be a 6. Should we have it as a 6 or a 9? Let's have it as a 6. Why not? Because we can. There we go, because we can. I don't know if you remember my, well, you probably do, my great big lever arch thingy I made for my planning and everything. I had 3 different journals for going. I've made it all into one great big one in a lever arch file. Well, what I forgot to do, which I can still do because it's a clip one, I can clip the page in. I haven't got any memory pages in there, and I do like to take a couple of pictures during the month, not many, or something my daughter-in-law sent me about my granddaughter. I just like to have with my gratitude page, I just like to have a couple of pictures of some happy memories for that month. So when you look back, you can think, oh yeah, that happened. I remember that. Sorry, I do need a couple of labels on there. It's not... I need... Where's my box? Here we go. Oh, I quite like that, but I want something a tiny bit smaller or a bit darker. Yeah, something up there. I'm not sure what yet. Oh, I like that. Let's find the right sort of label to go with it. Yeah, that I like. Pop you over there. It just felt like it was missing something up there. So, yeah, so I need to make those too. I don't know when that will happen, or even if I'll do it on camera, but it's yet another thing in the to-do pile. Let's give this a bit of ink. It's a bit skew whiff, this one, but never mind. It's handmade. And I have stamping to do as well, so I'm going to put it down there. Actually, I'm not. Sorry, folks. That is just too skew whiff to use, that one. I normally don't mind skew whiff ones, but that was just ridiculously skew whiff. So I want one the same size, roughly. Oh, I like that. That'll do. Better. Didn't like that one. There's no... If I don't like it, I'm not sending it out, you know, even if it's acceptable. I work on the basis that if I wouldn't buy it, I don't see why somebody else should, you know? And we're our own worst critics, aren't we? There we are. Let's put a lid on that for a minute. I don't know if I'll do anything with the back. Let's put a few bits in here and we can see how we're going. Let's put some, not too many, but a few journal cards in. I have got a lot here. Let's see. I want a couple of small ones. Sorry, I've got a whole pile here. I'm leaning on them. You can't see them if I lean on them, can you? If I lean to them. Oh, a couple of chicks. Does look a bit vintagey. I'm not sure. Think about it. think about it. Oh, that Kodak one can go because it's got a camera on the front, hasn't it? How about the other side? A plain one. I could put a plain one in so they can do whatever they like to it. Let's pop a plain one in as well. And we can put a nice tag in as well. Again, I think I'll pop a plain one in because then they can decorate it themselves. Don't send too much in that's decorated already. That's pointless. I will edge them. I know I should just edge them lightly, just so they go back in there. They go in the pockets so much easier if you edge them. So I'll edge them and ink them in case the person who buys it doesn't have this available to them. So there we go. All those bits everywhere now. Right, vintage photo, because this is the vintage one. Get a good coating of ink on all this white edging. These are lovely and sturdy, these journal cards and tags, so they can take quite a bit of, yeah, I'll put that one there. And we'll put you, no, it seems really not put anything on, but I'm going to put some little bits in there as well. Pop you in there. And some, they can either be cut up and used, they can be left as they are, they can just sit alongside it, whatever, whoever wants to do whatever to it. You know, actually I'm going to put that one in there because they're very similar, those two. Actually I'm going to trim that bit because it's really sticking out, that bit. There we are. So I'll try and get these two done this time, and it might mean that Craft Along will be doing the other one. We'll see. Maybe we can do a bit of that other journal and the ephemera holder during the Craft Along. We'll have to see. There. Oh, excuse me. That's nice. It's a bit bendy at the moment. Let's get you straightened up. Right, I want more in there, so I might put a little pocket, little something on here, because this is plain. This, I don't want to put anything on that. That's pretty. Could use this and tuck a load in, or we could just do a little strip of something. Yes, let's back this. I'll back it with a bit of this parchment, which is scrap, and make it a bit thicker, just so it's a bit stronger. That's all. Let's glue you onto there, then cut you out. So let's glue you onto there. We'll make ourselves a little pocket. I just want a thin pocket to tuck bits and bobs in. Right, we want it. What did I do with my pencil? Okay, we'll get another. I end up with all my pencils out at the end of the video. There to there. Little one. Out you come. Oh, there's my pencil. I found it. Where did I mark? Oh, there. There. Let's have a straight line as best we can. Whoops, let it dry. Let it dry, let it dry. It's the trouble with videos, isn't it? And let's get this straight now. Let's get this straight. I only want a bit. That's nice. Let's get all those bits out. Let's put you back. Bit of all you. Sorry, there's some banging around going up. Oh, I think it's the rubbish men, the dustbin men. What would you call them in America? Garbage collectors, I guess. They're really good, these guys that do ours for us. They're wonderful people. Well, mine are. I'm very lucky. Really nice, pleasant men. I'm just going to put a tiny little blip in there. Right, ink you up. I don't think I need my glue just yet. I've been put on this new medication, and my word, one of the side effects is itching. My word, do I itch. It's one of the things I wanted to talk to the doctor about, who I didn't see in the end. But as I say, I had made an appointment. But I mean, I don't mind. I need to stay on the medication. That's fair enough. But I take antihistamines for something else, and I need him to increase them, I think, just so I can stop with the itching. Ooh. He sat next to me somewhere, you'd think I had fleas or something. You know, God, I do itch. Not the humans that very often get fleas, but no, that's off to the edge there. It's a bit longer, but never mind. I think that'll do. I'll stick a load of little bits in there. Oh, let's stick some buttons in. I want some of these lovely buttons in. You can go in. Oh, we might back that. Or we can put one in without anything on the back, and I can use that one. That's a nice one. Pop that in there. What else have we got? Can you see all right? We've got these. That's nice. And that number 3. Make sure I don't put stuff in here that I might want in the other one, you know, in the one I'm still making. There we go. Another round one in there. And we'll put a little round one in there as well. How about a letter? How about a letter? Let's see what we've got in the box.
No messages from today. For earlier ones.
Alexa off.
To the Alexa app.
Sorry about that. I don't know why she decided she would just butt in and listen to us. Naughty woman. I was not talking to your lady. I was not. Right, I'm going to ink this up. That was very rude of her, wasn't it? I'm sorry if when I said that word, all yours went buzzing. But there we go. Quite a few little round bits in there. Let's see what else we can put in. We've got some lovely flowers. Look at that lovely big flower. Is that a bit big to go in? Or we could pop it back there. Let's put that in. Some butterflies. Let's put another flower in. That's a nice... Oh, shall I ink it up for them? There's no ink on there, so we'll just ink it up a bit. No point if they haven't got any ink and they've got all these vintage looking things, and they've got a brilliant white one, is there? Yeah, pop that in. Bit of fussy cutting in there. I want to give them a butterfly as well. So here we go. Whoops, sorry. All fingers and thumbs here. Let's put this lovely big blue one in. That's nice, isn't it? Give them that nice big blue one. That can go there. Then I think we need, maybe should we put a little mini pocket here? Because I'd like to give them some, yeah. Or we could put a small one this side, I guess. I didn't really want to cover that. I don't want to cover that anyway. We could put a little one there, couldn't we? And I want to put some labels in for them. Not that the thing hasn't got enough labels, but let's do another little one. That's all it needs to be. Let's glue a bit of paper onto the back of that to make it, because the paper alone will be too flimsy, I think, when they're this small. Where did I put the... There it is. I've got some scrap bits of parchment on my table, which is quite firm. There. Whoops. That had glue on it. Never mind. I'm only using this tiny bottom bit. Pip scissors. Right. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Can you? I'm going to cut that off there. And then I'm going to resize it. Right. Don't want it that big. I know I'm using my scissors, but it's going to be tiny, so Right, let's see if we can get this straight now on the cutter. And do a little tuck. I know it's a minuscule bit, but that's all we need, a minuscule bit. There. Oh, whoops. Well, that pencil went on the floor. Yep, like that. I'm going to take that edge off with quite a big chomp though, so can we get that one on the corner there? Nice big chomp off the corner. Yes, we can. I'm going to put that on as a little tuck, minuscule tuck, and we're going to put some tabs in, some tidbits, you know, bits and bobs, like bits and bobs as I like to call them. Maybe you can see it. Whoops, I slipped then, trying to show you what I was doing. There. Oh gosh, my glue's gurgling everywhere. That's because I had it upside down earlier. Throw you flat, stop you from doing that. I'm quite tempted to put that plain heart in there as well. Oh, there, let's pop it there. Just felt that needed something. Right, to bits, little bits. Bits I've made, bits I haven't made. All sorts of bits here. Right, let's give them a couple of, that one can go in. That one can go in like that. Oh, well, I know what we'll do. Let's put the Kodak one in as well because it's got them on, hasn't it? Okay. That's a nice piece. Yep, let's pop you that way so you go in a bit better. And a couple more. That's a nice one. Right. There. Oops, it's a bit cramped, but crammed in there, but that's good. There we go. Oh, it's still a bit curly, but she'll flatten out when let's just make sure nothing don't all fall out or anything. No, that's good. That's what we like. We don't like it all falling everywhere. So that's number one. I like that. I want to put something on here though. I know. Never happy, am I? Let's bring you back. Would you go on there? That looks okay, doesn't it? It just needs a little something on the bottom there. I might put something on the top there as well. We'll see. Put that one up there. Something. Yeah. Let's put this one at the top here as well. Yeah. So that's for one of them. Either one doesn't matter. And then we've got another one to do here. Let's pop you over there for a second. Now then, a couple of pockets. Does this have a right and a wrong? Yes, that's the right way up. Now, I don't have to use those pockets. I could use these as pockets because these are quite big and chunky. Some of these are really quite sturdy, like that one is. That one's quite sturdy. Oh, sorry, that's a double one. Let's just see what we've got. That's a bit thin though. See what else we've got in here that we could make pockets out of. You don't just have, well, I've got two of them, look. Can you see what I'm doing? would make a nice pocket. That would look nice in a pocket. So would that. So would they. So I just decided getting stuff out for the pocket now. That would make a nice pocket too. Let's make those two the pockets then. You can go in one. Anyway, we'll see what else. Let's get these pockets on. Getting carried away here. That makes a nice pocket, that. Nice and sturdy. Pop you there. Actually, I might get the other one of those out rather than that. Because that's not that. I'd have to back that. And let's get that other one out, which I wouldn't have to back. Here it is. There. I think these might be stickers, actually. No, maybe not. Let's cut the other side and then, because it's going that way. They've got different dates on. I think they're quite cool as pockets. Why not? And I just picked one at random because they're both pretty much the same. So, you know, I'll just put the name at one and the name on the other as well. Yeah, I'm going to do these two. A bit different. So, if you buy one of them, you won't know which one you're getting, will you? Be a surprise. It's bending a bit. Straighten it out a bit. That's the trouble with using glue stick on something like this. I'm just going to have a quick sip of coffee. Right. Let's put some bit. Well, we're going to put these bits in, aren't we? That needs inking. Actually, I'm going to put them there because I am going to use them, but I'm going to decorate the front first. A piece of paper. I'm going to do it very similar to the other one. I'm just going to do a little collage down here. And get rid of you. You've got lots of ink on you. Glue you on. I haven't watched my YouTubers lately. I must do that tonight. Last night I got so engrossed in my book I didn't really get round to watching anybody. So I will have a go at it tonight. Right, let's see. Let's do something similar. We can have a number or a letter. Let's see what else we've got in here. I like the idea of a large circle bit on the front. Or two. It's like that, but a tad too big he is, isn't he? Number one. Number one. I will ink that, make it look a bit darker. And let's see, over here. Let's have a different camera on this one. Yeah, like that. Just gonna have to put some. That number one is very bright. Just gonna have to dull him down a bit. I used to have a camera like that many moons ago. Definitely a bit vintage now. Used to slide a flash on top. It's all digital these days, but yeah, I used to have to put a roll of film in it. And then we'll have a couple of labels on top or something up here. Where's my labels? Here they are. Let's see what we've got in here. Put you there. And something from this one. Yeah. Yep, that's working for me. We'll just get this one finished, I think, and then that'll be it. Let's get you straight. Let's get you straight. Liking that. I have to put these on under something heavy, I think, to flatten them out. Right, I wanted you three in here, didn't I? I want you in there. No, you're not. I'm going to put other things in as well. And you two can go in there. Then we want some journal cards. Let's see what we've got again. I've got bundles here. Loads of them, look. Absolutely loads of them. Put some plain ones in for them to decorate them. Oh, that's not plain. I've got some plain ones. Whoops, I've boxed those. Let's sit that way around. Oh, Tim Holtz one. Not so many of these are plain. Let me just get the other pack that's sitting here. I think these are more plain. I think that's why they're in two piles. Here we go. It's a nice plain one. I'll do the edges of that. That's a nice one. That I know it's not plain, but it can go in. Nice plain one. And another nice plain one. Yep. And then we'll get a tag. Let's get the tag out as well. Not quite so many tags, but it doesn't matter. They can still have a tag. That one's got something on. Have I got any plain? Oh, there we go. Plainish. Right, let's do some edging here. I'm going to use this one. That one's done, that one's done. Let's do you. And you. Right, I think I might need a bit more ink now because I'm using the same ink on that double for quite a while. I might have to show you my ephemera keeping hot box thingy that I use. It's full of lots of different types of, well, you can keep ephemera, little bits and bobs, in anything really. I mean, I call tags, and I bunched all this under ephemera, you know, tags and little journal cards. Just call it all ephemera because ephemera is just assortment of bits of paper really. So you put you under there. Actually, I think we'll leave that one and we'll put some more of the bits in there instead. Right, I think I might pop this other heart in here. I'll put it this side. Yep. And then we're going to put in, get a couple of circles to go in. You can go in down there. And you can go in down there. Complete. There's nice. And a little circle. You're nice, aren't you? Let's pop him in. And what are you? You're number 2. Let's pop you in. There we go. Anything else we want to pop in there? A couple of little ones there. Pop you in there. Pop you in there. There we go. And a flower. Hello, flower. Let's ink you up. So I haven't got a white flower in a vintage journal. That's one white one. We got any coloured ones left? Oh, I think I've used them all. Oh, we'll put this nice green butterfly in though, because he'll look nice in there. I'm not decorating these because they've got all that on. What else? What have we got here? Let's put a nice little faux stamp. Another one here. There's another one. I do cram quite a bit in, and these are the small ones. You imagine how much the big ones have. Right, I think that's nice. Yeah, I like that. And we're going to put a little something up there and a little something up the other side, I think. 9th of October 18. That could mean anything, couldn't it? Could even be somebody's birthday. In fact, I bet it is somebody's birthday. Now that could be 2018, 1918, 1818, 2018. Could be anything, couldn't it? We're going to pretend it's really old. It's going to be 1919. 1918, I mean. There, that goes there. I do want a little something down here. I don't want to take too much away from that, so it's going to be very small. Have I got any tiny bits in here? Or am I going to have to go and look at my other one? I'm going to have to look at my Diddy one, aren't I? You're quite small. Yeah, you'll do nicely. That way up. 1827, it says, established in 1827. So that's those two done. That's pretty much an hour, I think. Anyway, I hope you like them. So there we go. 2 little ephemera holders with lots of stuff in. And yeah, I might put some more in as well later, but I want to finish that other journal first before I use up too much of the ephemera. So I've got it ready for these. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me on this Mindful Monday. We've accomplished that quite well, I think. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a peaceful and restful week, and do lots of lovely crafting. Okay, take care, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye now.